Good morning, students. Today we shall go with the NEET part or the competitive part for the topic human health and diseases. Actually, this topic was being completed lot of days back, but if I want to go into the competitive part, I must go into the synopsis part of it. What are the highlights of this chapter? So, we shall go into the details of what are the topics or what are the subtopics available in human health and the diseases. In this, we shall go with the important ones. First important one is the common diseases of human. First important topic is common diseases of human. In these common diseases of human, the first important one, we must talk about the bacterial diseases. In this, we have the first example. It is the typhoid. Second one is pneumonia. So like that, two important diseases are being available for this bacteria. So first one, it is the causative agent called as Salmonella typhi and paratyphi. It is the typhoid, Salmonella typhi and the paratyphi is the microorganism. So coming into the, what is the special of this Salmonella typhi? So it is transferred from one individual to the other individual, especially by contaminated water. So especially during the rainy season, we can see this particular Salmonella typhi where it is being passed through the contaminated water. If we drink the water which is not purified, local water bodies, there that particular microorganism will enter into our body, and now you should know that which part of our body will get affected by this. So we should know that it is the small intestine part, it will get affected. So it is the typhoid. So how to stop it? How to control the disease? We must go with purified water. Next, it is the pneumonia caused by Streptococcus pneumoniae. Microorganism, a bacterium called as Streptococcus pneumonia is the microorganism which caused this particular disease. And here you should know that which part of our body will get affected because of this microorganism. Here you should know that it is the lungs, especially alveoli of the lungs will get affected because of this. Coming to the symptoms, cough, sneeze, headache, body pains, fever, all will be the symptoms of this particular pneumonia. Not only that, we have other bacterial diseases like diphtheria, gonorrhea, syphilis. Like this, a lot of other bacterial diseases are also there which will affect our body. Not only that, the second important one, it is the viral diseases. The viral disease, in this the first important example, we can call it as the common cold. It is caused by rhinoviruses. It is the rhinovirus. Actually the coronavirus what we are studying now and which is infecting much to our body and other, which is pandemic nowadays, that is the corona, is an example for this rhinovirus that is causing common cold. So which part of our body will get infected by this one? It is upper respiratory tract, nasal tract, it will get affected. Like that, it is the common cold. The second important disease, it is the AIDS. It is caused by human immunovirus. So you should know that it comes under an example for retrovirus. So now you should know what is the meaning of this word retrovirus. The virus which have RNA as the genetic material is called as retrovirus. So you should note that what type of material it is. So single stranded RNA is the genetic material for this retrovirus. That is especially for the AIDS. That is, they see here, yes means single stranded RNA viruses. So you should know that two single stranded RNAs will be present as the genetic material. Not only that, you also should know some other mechanism. It is called by the name as reverse transcriptase. So here you have a very peculiar enzyme called as reverse transcriptase. So because of this particular enzyme, the single stranded RNA will get converted into double stranded RNA, and that will go into the host cell and will show the replication process and all that. That is the enzyme called reverse transcriptase enzyme. So like that you can talk about the enzyme. Not only that, first another important one, which cells of our body or which system will get infected? It is the immune system, especially T helper lymphocytes will get affected much. T helper lymphocytes will get affected much, and whenever the lymphocyte number is gradually decreasing, automatically our immune system will become weaker and our immune system will get spoiled. That's why it is called as acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. So whenever this process is there, automatically our immune system will become weaker and it will get infected by some other bacteria and the viral diseases, and we will suffer with various diseases. Like that, it is the AIDS virus. So don't die of ignorance is the statement will be given here. Don't die of ignorance. What is the meaning of it? You know that by doing sexual activity, having illegal activities, or having multiple sexual partners, blood transfusion or organ transplantation, which is having means where the people are suffering with AIDS and all, automatically the disease will get transferred. We know that. But if we don't follow them, automatically we will suffer with these type of diseases. That's why there is a quotation there, don't die of ignorance. Like that, it is the process, that is the viral diseases. And the third important common diseases will be the protozoan diseases. In this, the first important example, it is the amoebic dysentery. Amoebic dysentery. So you should know that it is caused by Entamoeba histolytica. Entamoeba histolytica. So how it will get transferred? So this disease is transferred because of, or we can tell that it is the disease which is normally being transferred by the process of contaminated water, especially during the rainy season. So what will be the symptoms for the disease? It is loose motions, mucus in the excretory material what we are doing, or fecal matter will have large amount of mucus, and all those particular ones will be the symptoms of the disease. So how to stop this particular disease? That is by having pure water. The next most important and frequently asked question, it is malaria. It is caused because of Plasmodium vivax. And we have another species, Plasmodium falciparum. This causes fatal. It causes brain malaria. and it causes fatal. Fatal means death. So here you can see the death can be caused because of this particular condition. So like that, it is the malaria, Plasmodium vivax, it is the one. So here you should know that two important questions will be asked. Which stage of Plasmodium will enter into the human body and cause malaria? That is the first important stage called by the name as sporozoite stage. So the sporozoites, whenever a female Anopheles mosquito bites a human, and if sporozoites are available in this particular mosquito, they will enter into the blood and cause the proliferation of the organism. And you should know that which cells it will affect. First one, it is hepatocytes called as liver. So liver cells will get damaged much. After the liver cells, we have RBC cells. The RBC cells will get affected much, and whenever the rupture of the RBC is taking place, we get the stages called by the name as gametocytes. It is the gametocytes. Now these gametocytes enter into the mosquito, and from the mosquito, that is the sporozoites, will come into the human. So gametocytes are the infective stages for the mosquito, and sporozoites are the infective stages for the human. You should know that whenever the RBC are getting ruptured, we will get a chemical called hemozoin. So hemozoin is a chemical which is released by the ruptured RBC by the release of another stage called as merozoites. So actually a person gets suffered with the malarial fever because of the most important component called as hemozoin. Plasmodium is not that much dangerous, but the hemozoin is very dangerous. Hemozoin will cause this particular disease. Like that, it will be having this particular process. So that is the hemozoin. Remember this one. Stage infective to the human is sporozoite. Stage infective to the mosquito is gametocyte. And hemozoin is released by the ruptured RBC. That's what we should remember. So like that, we can talk about the malaria. And here you should know that how to stop this malaria. So you should know that mosquito is the vector which is transferring the disease. So vector called as mosquito. So the mosquitoes should be eradicated by using mosquito coils, mesh, nets, stopping the or releasing some what you call as mosquito larvicidal fishes like gambusia. There is a fish called gambusia. When we leave into the local water body, automatically they will eat away the larva of the mosquito, and the mosquito number will gradually decrease. Automatically we can protect from malaria. So we can also have some anti-malarial drugs called hydroxychloroquine. Like that is there. That also can be useful. Anti-malarial drug hydroxychloroquine which is being extracted from a plant bark material called, that is the Cinchona officinalis. From that plant we can extract that chemical and use as antibacterial medicine. Like that, it is the malaria. So protozoan diseases. Next one we shall talk about helminthic diseases. It is the helminthic. In this, the first important one is Ascariosis. So Ascariosis disease called, that is Ascariosis, that is caused by Ascaris lumbricoides. So, the nickname for this Ascaris lumbricoides is roundworm. Which organ it will get in? It will infect small intestine. So, sometimes you can see these roundworms will be present in the small intestine and they will suck away the blood of the human. And that particular organisms will proliferate in such a way that sometimes they will block the small intestine and they will not allow the food passage and all, and the symptoms will be abdominal pain. Not only that, frequent fevers, not only that, muscle pains, like that, loss of appetite, not feeling like eating, stomach fullness, all those particular problems will be there for this roundworm infection called as Ascaris lumbricoides. So, which organ it will affect? It is the small intestine. And the second important example or disease is Filariasis, which is caused by the microorganism called as Rocheraria bancroftyi. This disease is also called as Elephantiasis. It is the Elephantiasis where it will affect the special organs in our body called as lymph nodes. Lymph nodes are those particular organs which will get affected because of this particular organism, especially helminthic organism, and causes the swelling of that lymph node and gives an appearance of elephant leg, elephant hand, or swellings especially to the lower parts, especially to the legs, to the groin, or to the scrotum, or to the mammary gland in the females. Like that you can see a very enlarged structures. Like that we can talk about the Filariasis. So we have bacterial diseases, we have viral diseases. We can go into the another viral fevers called as dengue, chikungunya. So when we observe these ones, these all are also this particular mechanism, that is the viral diseases only. But you should know that these diseases will get transferred by a vector called as Culex. It is the Aedes mosquito. It is the Aedes mosquito which will transfer this disease. Anopheles is the malaria and Culex is for Filariasis. So, three types of mosquitoes which will transmit our diseases are female Anopheles. The female Anopheles mosquitoes will transfer the that is the protozoan disease called as the malaria. Female Culex mosquito will transfer the Filariasis. And the next important one, Aedes mosquito, will transfer this particular one. And another common disease is caused because of the microorganism called as fungal. So it is the D. So it is called as the ringworm infections. Especially it is being seen in the places where wet and humidity is higher, moist areas in our body, that is especially to the back of our ears, to the neck region, to the shoulder region, to the lower parts of our body. There we can see this ringworm infections. There it is being caused by Trichophyton rubrum. Trichophyton rubrum is the fungus which will cause this particular disease. It will easily get transmitted because of water, using of bed sheets, toilets, and not only that, contaminated person, towels and all, or innerwears if we use, automatically it will get transferred. Commonly seen in the hostels where hygienity is very, very dull, very, very weak. So like that it is the ringworm infection. So coming to the competitive part of this particular one, I just given this glance. I did not go into the details. Already I explained all the details of this particular one. So you should know that These from this particular part, one neat question compulsory will be coming for your final exam. One question, 4 marks will be there. Very easy one. In this, 5 bacterial, viral, protozoan, helminthic and fungal. One question compulsory. Compulsory you will get. So like that, it is the common diseases of human.